Okay, we're in the city of Buffalo, and we've got a garage and a house that we're looking at siding. So the garage has got an existing Dutch lap siding, glass block windows, 3 of them. We're going to end up replacing this bad trim with new 1x6, and it'll be covered with all white aluminum and flashed out onto the new siding. This will be just gone over with probably just a 3/8 Tyvek, and we actually wouldn't even need leveling board on here. Yeah, we better put the 3/8 leveling board because some of it's a little racky in and out. So we're gonna go Tyvek and 3/8 leveling board here. Regular corner post, which will probably be white. When the siding comes up, we'll end up trimming down over top of the siding to get the water diverted on top. New 1x6 pine fascia on the screwed into the rafters with a new gutter. This downspout's gonna go over on the other side. This does have, not this one, but the front of the house has a heat wire system. Gonna option them for gutter helmet on the whole garage here, which they definitely need it, and helmet heat on the front of the house. Garage door trim will be done. We're gonna be able to pull apart the existing weather stripping, tuck in the aluminum behind it, and flash all onto the siding. We've got a fence line. This is this 2x4 looks like this can be removed here, simple enough, and get this little piece of fence to walk back there. And then we got another stockade fence on the back side. The electric is hitting the trees are hitting the electric also, so they're gonna call the electric company so they can get them trimmed out. So we want to try to come up when we trim our angles. We want to go up underneath this drip edge 3/4, come in, bevel it, and then come down on the top of the siding. The siding can stop at this freeze trim. So, and then to stop it, we can level it off and put burst mounts on the ends. So that's how that's going to get done. And then on the house, we've got tear off of most of the main house is an aluminum siding coming off. The rest of the house is a wood shake. So I'm going to have it figured out for 1 layer of siding removal. There may be an additional layer behind this aluminum. I don't know. On it, there is. I'll have a worst case scenario. The overhangs on the house and the garage are going to be done, vented wherever we can. New gutters, obviously, following the same. We're not going to have the spout running straight down. It's going to jockey back to the wall the way it's supposed to and deliver down into that spout there. The customer may have, we may end up burying that electric line in the wall. So when we get this stripped, we can expose the decking and give her a new feed up there, or she can have, she can get an electrician do that, but we've got the ability to fish that. We got that open, and the electrician's gonna have to get us a mounting block here. We're gonna have to coordinate that separately. Between the neighbor's side, they're gonna have whatever their main cable line is. We're not sure which one it is. They're gonna have the cable company come in and cut the ones that are no good and remove them. And you can see where the flare comes out with the wood shakes. I'm suspect that there's going to be wood shakes underneath this also, but you just don't know. You really don't know. So that's built out, so we're gonna get that cut back. So everything's gonna be an even keel going all the way up. The fence post, we got plenty of room to put siding behind the fence post. Rework all of this aluminum trim on the glass block's gonna be done. We don't know what we're going to be in store for these, but we do want to make sure that this is flashed on top at the very top over the aluminum. So we're going to make sure that's sealed off as good as can be. And then of course they can look at the option while we got this off if she wants to paint the framing on the leaded glass or not. Okay, so that's it here. Now here's a power source for, they've got a heat wire system that is going to be removed and reinstalled into the new gutters going here, and this is their conduit with the power source that runs it. Okay, that's in between the neighbors. They're trying to find something as wide as a clapboard as they can get, but as we all know, the vinyl is very limited. We'll give them a new dryer vent. We're looking at these awnings are going to be ripped off. We're going to give them a price for a new reverse awning, reinstall the wiring and everything for the lighting, provided it's in good shape. They'll have a new light to put in underneath there, and it'll be all white vinyl soffit when it's done. We're going to come out probably about 2 foot. Same thing with this leaded glass window here, is on the opposite side. And then we got a glass block window that's just getting trimmed, but all the rest of them are going to get trimmed. Any of the old, oh yeah, they're going to have to coordinate a plumber to get in here to get this feed. This should be at least the first foot of it. They may even want to put in a winterized valve here. And what that does is that goes like 10 inches into the house and shuts it off back there, so you don't have to worry about it freezing. And then we can have a light block for that. This aluminum storm doesn't have glass on it, so we're just going to get rid of the frame along with the aluminum trim that's there. So all the old aluminum soffit and gutters coming off. Inspect the fascia boards and report accordingly. The wood shakes, we got one layer of wood shakes that looks like coming down. Give them a mailbox mount there. They're not sure if they're going to keep it there. They think so. And then we're going to build a reverse gable on this one here, coming out probably about 3 foot here. Give them about a 412 pitch on it, so they have plenty to do, plenty of pitch on it. And we got the upper dormer. We're going to tear off. The roofers just did the roof, so we're going to have to bring this out because they've got their counter flashing. Hopefully they got step flashing up underneath there, and I'm not sure how deep that is. We won't know until we get the wood siding off, but we're not sure we're going to be up against where the siding meets the counter flashing, so we may end up putting a counter over the counter, or replacing that counter flashing that they had there, that black stripping. Okay, looks like they're going to stick with white corner post and white aluminum trim. We've got storm window frames that are coming off here, and obviously we're only going to be able to trim into, our trim will stop right up in here on these millings, and then our aluminum trim is going to go tight into the bottom and get caulked off. And we do want to get the trim shot over the siding to where the water's getting diverted onto the siding and not behind it on all the windows. The wrought iron railing, we're going to cut that off flush with the bottom of the stone walkway. The customer's going to see about getting that taken in, sandblasted and powder coated, and then they're going to reinstall it. If they have it done in time, we can possibly do it, or send somebody out at a later date. I'm going to recommend doing the gutter on this upper too, because anytime you got more than a 4-foot drop from an upper to a lower, that water's always splashing up at the flashing and creating problems there, especially when you get a blowing rain coming in one way or another. So we're going to wrap this whole thing. We'll end up with a downspout coming down on the side of the house into this lower gutter onto the roof, and it'll be black to blend in with the roof. Okay, and that's pretty much it. There's an old access panel going in here that's going to get blocked off. Might have been an old milk box at one time too. Other than that, we're good to go. So we've got a pass through all the way around the house here with a gate, which is convenient. Big 14-inch overhang system being replaced, and the only unknown that we don't know about is how good the wood is for the gutters. So we'll get them the numbers hopefully by the end of this week and have at it. Got to check on the material availability too.